Hello and welcome back to Sonny Talk Spurs, and today I'm going to be reacting to the 2-2 draw with Manchester United and also saying how Ange Postecoglou has improved this Tottenham side as well. But before we get into this one, if you are new to the channel, why don't you leave a like on the video, subscribe to Sonny Talk Spurs and hit that notification bell because it will let you know when I've gone live. And also, just a bonus little thing, you can now become a member of Sonny Talk Spurs. Link will be in the description down below. There will be regular weekly podcasts called Nice One Sonny, and you can check them out. They'll come out every Wednesday-ish, as long as I'm on top of it, which I will be, obviously. So get a membership today. You will not miss out. But let's get into the video. And sorry I did not react to the game straight afterwards, but I was out in Victoria in London, watching it with a few friends such as Joe Tomlinson, the Manchester United fan, Zach Jalab, the Chelsea fan, people such as that. So it was quite a heated and intense atmosphere during the game. But my initial thoughts on the game are this. So I'm going to pull some stats up on the screen and, talk through the lineup. So obviously the lineup was different because of, similar to the FA Cup game, but there was a few additions which were good to see. Our back line was back to normal. Cristian Romero captaining the side with Micky van der Ven next to him as well. The midfield was Hojlund, Skip and Bentancur. And then the front three had Timo Werner making his Tottenham Hotspur debut along with Johnson Richarlison. So it was quite a expected lineup, I would say, with the news that was trickling through during the week about, Romero wanting to be back, Van der Ven starting. Obviously, Kulusevski was out with illness, which was unfortunate because I think that sort of summed the game up. I think, if we'd had the likes of, Kulusevski playing there, being a bit more creative, we could have had a bit more, bit more punch in our attacks, because I saw a lot of reaction after the game. I saw a few people saying we'd thrown, 2 points dropped, we should have won. I think if you look at it, we were the dominant force. We were the stronger team, with possession and stuff like that. But when it came to probably clear-cut chances, it was quite even. And, United took their 2 key chances of the game. And looking at the stats of the game right now, United had 9 shots and 2 on target, and they scored from both of them. And we had 16 shots, 6 on target, 64% possession, and they had 36%. So we dominated. We played absolutely amazing. There was a moment, when obviously they went in 2-1 at half time, where United sort of seized on the game. Destiny Udogie, I think, nearly put one in. I think it hit the post, I believe, which would have been fantastic. But we had our moments. To start off, them going through the key points of the game, I'd say that the first goal, frustrating. I mean, Pedro Porro did have a very poor first half, apart from the assists from the corner. But yeah, for the first goal, I mean, could have done a lot better. I think both fullbacks, Destiny Udogie tackles, but he's wrong-sided, and then both centre-backs get a bit muddled up, and Hojlund scores his second Premier League goal of the season. Then we sort of assert our dominance into the game. Our passing gets a lot better, and Richarlison gets a good header from a corner. His 6th goal in 6 games, I believe. So, which is impressive. I think he, I'll go my individual performance one by one, but Richarlison did really impress me. And then you sort of have the second United goal, which was frustrating. Ball gets played over the top by Bruno Rashford. I thought, did he make a dodgy touch? But sort of, roasts Porro in that position and that side of the field. Little 1-2. I think with Hojlund, I believe, and then threads it home, and it was it was quite a carbon copy goal to the first one. Both goals were quite, we were sitting a bit deeper. People say about our high line, but it seemed like we couldn't sort of handle the ball, in and around sort of those areas. But went in at half time 2-1, and I believe, through most of the game, even towards the end, I was like, I've seen this game a million times. I've seen the script. We never do well at Old Trafford unless it's once in a blue moon. I'm thinking the 6-1 game during, the COVID season. I'm thinking, You know, when Bale scored and dominated in a win during Fergie's last season, I'm thinking that 3-0 game where Lucas Moura was the star of the show. But today was a bit like we dominated so much and had so much of the ball and created chances and made United look silly in stages. But you just know it. You thought something was going to come, and then you come out of the half time, and Tottenham were really, really strong again. And they had moments where, they could have got the lead, but we got the equaliser through some really good play by Timo Werner to find Bentancur and some amazing feet. I mean, Onana probably should have done better from the Bentancur shot, but such a good goal. Bentancur, absolute, star of a player, and we knew he was going to be this good from his return from both of his injuries. So yeah, quite interesting. I mean, United did have a chance at the end. Scott McTominay had a chance that went wide as well earlier in the game. But, I think you've got to be happy with that point. Old Trafford, I know, with United's situation, people say, oh, you should be getting a win there, but still a tricky place to go sometimes to pick up points in a season where, you look at like some of the situations that we've gone through. Even today, like the team that we had, compared to, some players coming back and, still a lot of omissions, it was quite interesting. So I'm going to go through a few of the players and how I thought they were. Vicario, same as usual, really. Safe pair of hands, caught everything when it was swung into the area. The 2 goals, I don't think he could do nothing about, really, in goal. Just a really good effort from Hojlund. And the Rashford one is, unsavable as well, right in the corner. Porro and Udogie. I think Udogie had a really, really good game in general. Has been a Rolls Royce of a defender in that position. Porro, on the other hand, poor first half apart from the assist, but then grew into the game and was like a completely different player. Rashford sort of had him on toast during moments in the first half, but yeah, that was very interesting how he changed his game. So it was good to see that. And then Micky van de Ven and Romero, so good to have them back. Maybe, people say, oh, they conceded 2 goals, but their passing, it's so much better than Davis and Emerson Royale. No offence to them two, because they've been, good for stepping in. But, so much better on the ball, good at driving it forward. Really was happy to see them back. Hojbjerg, now this is a weird one, because one minute he was getting on my absolute nerves, and I was like, we've got to sell him, we've got to get rid. And then he had some moments, but yeah, bit of a reckless player in stages. Skip as well, I think, had an alright game. Sometimes I think, what does Skip offer? But he was tenacious and really good. Bentancur, probably one of the candidates for man of the match. Just absolutely incredible. Just such a good player. Was amazing against Burnley and amazing again against Manchester United. Then the front 3, this is where it gets interesting. Richarlison, probably one of his best games in a Spurs shirt. Scored, obviously, as well. Just thought he was really, really impressive. Timo Werner, yeah, good, but you could see there's a lack of confidence. His shot that went over was quite funny as well. And then Brennan Johnson. Now, this is an interesting one. I've seen a lot of mixed things about him on social. I think his decision-making, I think he's low on confidence because his decision-making, he seemed to be going for the wrong choices every time. But I back Ange to get a good player out of him. I think he's played a lot more minutes than we thought he would. But, yeah, he did struggle in this game, I believe, in certain positions. But moving on now, and before I get into the main crux of the video about how Ange has improved and why I want to talk about that, is to do with, people talking about the result. And, people were disappointed, but we were missing Maddison still. Kulusevski, Lo Celso, Son, Basuma, Sarr, Solomon, Perisic, Davis, Feliz, and Scarlett. And Werner, Romero, Van de Ven, not played in 2024. And Dragusin came on, obviously, and made his debut as well. And he was only signed on Tuesday. But we needed to win this game, But I think we just have to know our level sometimes. Like, we're still finding out what's going on with this team. It's still new, and we still went to Old Trafford. And I know people say, oh, this, that, and the other about Manchester United this season. But they have, they are hit and miss, but they have picked up some form. If Man United had won this game, I think Erik ten Hag would have had the best win percentage of any Manchester United manager. Obviously, Fergie managed a lot more games, so, it's a bit hit and miss. But, yeah, I was quite impressed with our result. And I've seen another tweet, and it said, went behind twice at the Emirates, went behind twice at the Etihad, went behind twice at Old Trafford. Trafford, and we didn't lose once. Scoring first so often is impressive, but not as impressive as the attitude and mentality Ange has installed in his squad. And that is what he has improved. The title of this video, Ange Postecoglou has improved Tottenham so much because the mentality has shifted. We had these managers, Mourinho, Conte, especially Conte because he's the most recent manager before Ange Postecoglou, and the players were absolutely like costumes of themselves, if you get what I mean. Like, just playing within themselves, not confident, not good enough, inviting pressure, not attacking. Just a really sorry state of affairs. There was protests last season. People didn't like the direction the club was going in. And one man, and that's Ange Postecoglou, has improved the vibe. People are now chanting his name week in, week out. In the pub I was in, there was Tottenham fans chanting his name. He has now created something of an aura that, we can go a goal down at Old Trafford and come back. We can go and play football at the Emirates, at the Etihad, the way we want to and get results. Sometimes it might not always go away, but the way we play and the attitude he has installed in the players is just such a breath of fresh air. And we have got this mentality now that we won't play without fear. We are living up to the motto. To dare is to do is the Tottenham motto. And that's what we're doing. We're daring, but we're doing. I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but it's just such a good thing to see. And I'm just happy that we've now, shifted our mentality. Roy Keane even said, they're not Spursy anymore. That's what, we have to now move on to the next level and, really try and show that, we can try and be a consistent top 4 team. We can try and win trophies. And I have faith that Ange can really do some solid stuff with this side. Look at our back line now. Our back line is now set for years to come. Vicario's 26, Udogie 21, Pedro Porro I think is 23. The centre-backs 25 and 22, 23 I think Van der Ven is. And then you've got Dragusin's 21. You've got Phillips, who's young, Dorrington, and Luka Vuskovic, who's 16. We are set for life. Set for life. But no, set for a few years with that back line. And it's only taken a couple of years to build it, thanks to Fabio Paratici. But yeah, very happy with the result, I think. We've now got a nice gap before the Manchester City game and some of our Premier League games. I think we've got Brentford and Everton yet again coming around full circle, aren't we, with the fixtures. So yeah, I think it's a good result and it shows our mentality now has gone through the roof, whereas I still think we're going like this and Man United are just going like this or sort of stagnating. But yeah, let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you make of the game and what do you think of this whole improved mentality at Tottenham Hotspur in the players? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. As I said at the top of the video, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, like the video and hit the notification bell because it will let you know when I've gone live. And also grab a membership today. Weekly podcast called Nice One Sonny will be continued throughout the season and beyond. And I'm very glad you can join me on this Tottenham Hotspur journey. Come on, you Spurs, and I'll see you very soon. Ciao.